east. And again, if you're just joining us as of the moment, we are covering now a tornado warning that is continuing on right now until 10:30 p.m. right now is what this is issued until for radar indicated thunderstorms with the potential to produce a possible tornado. We are watching, if I pull up our velocity scan again, we're watching two areas, mainly right now. I'm going to focus, though, in on this southern area in Eaton County, and we're going to zoom in a little bit closer with this indicated rotation on radar, just passing now Needmore, but heading towards just north of Potterville and heading towards areas just south of Delta Township and just north of Windsor. If you're in these areas, make sure that you are heading to your safe space, lowest level, if you can. And remember, these have the potential to produce a tornado, not yet confirmed on the ground. I did want to pull up spectrum width. This is a product that we use also to look at chaotic wind patterns, and you can definitely see that line of red behind me here showing some of those stronger winds, even down into northern portions of Calhoun County, that they're under the severe thunderstorm warning, not with the tornado tag or considerable tag, with potential wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Very similar for areas just south of the tornado warning in Eaton County, just southeast of Charlotte. So it definitely still some impacts could be seen with these strong winds, including possible power outages. But as Brian was saying earlier, if we zoom a little bit more in areas in that tornado warning could see possibly those wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour as they again are starting to cross I-69. Confirmed tornadoes is now up to 9 in total, as yesterday National Weather Service Northern Indiana branch did confirm another tornado for Branch County with damage south and southeast of Coldwater. And also, interestingly enough, Coldwater Community Schools does have a delay this morning. We also have another handful of school delays this morning. You can go to our website at fox47news.com to see those delays. But again, we do not yet have a rating yet for this tornado. We will keep you updated, or an official track. Again, we're going to keep you updated, but that total now is up to 9, and that, of course, was for the event from April 14th overnight into April 15th. Now, yesterday, I was out on MSU's campus, and we had a ton of sidewalks closed, as well as roadways that were just flooded. Look at all of that water running off from the baseball stadium, and again, it was wrapping around the stadium as well, and that was all from Friday, Saturday showers and storms. We also had, like I said, roadways where we were seeing cars driving right through it. Now, remember, everyone, one of the first rules of flooding is to turn around. Don't drown. Do not drive through any flooded waters. It's going to be bad for your car, and it could also put you in a dangerous situation as well. Next, also avoid direct contact with floodwater. It could contain contaminants. I know we see videos of individuals swimming in flooded waters. It's just not the best to do. Even for possible electrical hazards. Again, with severe storms, we've seen power lines downed in areas of flooded water as well. It could be quite dangerous. And lastly, check for flood-prone areas. Usually there is some signage, or you can look on FEMA's website for those prone areas across the state. Current river levels are improving. The Red Cedar and East Lansing still at minor flood stage as of this morning, but falling, with the Maple River still expected to crest later on this evening at 10 feet, then start to fall. This area of low pressure tracks northeast, and we won't see storms arrive until post-sunset. We're looking at times around 10 p.m. to 3 a.m., so even taking us into the overnight hours with all severe impacts possible. Once that cold front advances through, high pressure starts to build in. We're still going to stay warm, but we're looking at lots of sunshine to close out our week tomorrow after quite an eventful week. But first, we got to get through this threat of severe storms. The enhanced risk still exists for much of the area, backing off a bit in portions of Hillsdale County, but all impacts, like I said, still on the table. Damaging wind gusts could exceed 60 miles per hour. Again, a tornado or two still possible, large hail possible, and heavy rainfall could even bring some flooding concerns, which we'll get to.
Give your Fox 47 forecast.
Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Jake DeRees. We're live here in Old Town outside the Fish Ladder Music Park, and we've already had a lot of people out here this morning enjoying the park. Its grand opening tonight at 7 p.m., kicking it off with a free concert, and you know what? We have great conditions for it. Let's get right into our forecast this morning. Again, at 10 a.m., already warming temps into the 60s with sunny skies, and sunny skies continues into the afternoon and early evening, warming into the lower 80s today.
7 forecast.
Welcome back to Fox 47 News. Erica and I are out in downtown Eaton Rapids at the Urban Air event this morning, and the sun is out. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. Erica, are you?
I am. The sun makes such a big difference.
I know, right? And you know what? We can expect sunshine for the rest of the day today. Let's get right to our forecast. Our urban air forecast heading into the afternoon shows high temps in the lower 60s. A little bit jealous, quite comfortable, with weak winds too, up to 7 miles per hour. So after a nice healthy downpour, why do we see so many worms out on sidewalks sidewalks? Well, let's break it down and talk about it. It really has everything to do with the worm, as saturated soil limits the worm's oxygen, so they head up to the surface in order to breathe through their skin a little bit easier. Also, they can move a bit quicker on damp surfaces at the surface than they can in saturated soil, having to dig through it. And also, raindrops and vibrating onto the soil sometimes gets mistaken as predators, making worms move a little bit quicker, reaching the surface and getting out of the way. These flowers and plants close because of drastic temperature changes. We're not talking about a gradual decrease in temperatures. It's got to be pretty drastic. And it protects the reproductive parts of the plant and prevents moisture to escape from the roots, because that dry, cold air really isn't helping to preserve that moisture, so it does it itself. We also minimize the leaves' contact with the cold. Remember, once those petals interact with frost, again, that's going to damage the plant. So by closing it up, it's going to minimize that contact with that cold air. And there it is after that process is done. Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Jake DeRees. We're starting off with a look at our current alerts, as a wind advisory is in effect for all of the lower peninsula. And of course, that includes all of our neighborhoods, as right ahead of an advancing cold front, we could see wind gusts out of the south reach 55 miles per hour, aiding in the warm up that we've been seeing this morning as well, with temperatures in the upper 50s. Now, once that cold front advances through this morning, we will gradually cool for the rest of the day, back into the lower 40s by 2 p.m. and into the upper 30s by 6 p.m. as those rain showers will also come to an end with that passing cold front, drying up with cloudy skies heading into the afternoon. There's a look at that system passing by in the 7 o'clock hour with that cold front. Again, colder air follows suit as we await our next system arriving tomorrow. Yes, this weekend, as we are expecting winter weather with two different waves here out of the north and out of the south coming to interact here in our neighborhoods. If you take a look, however, we're not seeing any of that moisture and warmer air tap into our neighborhoods. We're expecting mainly now a snow event for Saturday and into Sunday. Taking a look, though, first at our future wind gusts taking us into the 9 o'clock hour. Still looking at those possible gusts here up at 55 miles per hour with a gradual weakening trend into the afternoon. And you can definitely see by 6 p.m. winds are going to become much less of an issue. So make sure, if you haven't already, bring any light objects inside that could blow around. But like I said, by that afternoon shouldn't be much of an issue. Here's a look at our satellite and radar timing this out. We could see the last of those rain showers move through by around 10 a.m. this morning, and then definitely by noon we'll be drying up. Later on in the evening hours, we're looking at 6 p.m. We do have a small chance to see some clearing with partly cloudy skies favored for the overnight hours. However, by daybreak tomorrow, cloud cover will increase ahead of that next system, as we're going to be tracking as early as the late morning hours and into the afternoon snow to begin. Now, we're really focusing in on afternoon and evening hours here for snowfall potential for the brunt of our light accumulations. But as that system starts to exit, we will, even into the first half of the day Sunday, also see some remnant snow showers move through our neighborhoods with partial clearing heading into Sunday evening. So taking a look at our snow map, we do have some changes this morning, as southern neighborhoods like northern Hillsdale County and Jackson County are looking at 1 to 2 inches of snowfall. And this is for the entire weekend, Saturday and Sunday. 2 to 3 inches favored for our northern neighborhoods, Eaton, Ingham, and Clinton County. And the further north or further west you go, we're looking at 3+ inches of snowfall. That could definitely allow for some possible impacts to the Saturday afternoon and evening commute. So make sure you're leaving some extra time and prepare to drive in some of that winter weather after quite a spring morning that we are observing. Heading into a brand new week, we're looking to warm up again, mid-30s, 36 degrees on Monday, taking a break from precipitation, as we'll have a very similar setup here for midweek next week, or at least in terms of precipitation that we're seeing. Chance of rain and snow on Tuesday, with high temps possibly reaching the lower 40s. Midweek will cool down back around freezing and back into the mid-20s by Thursday.